Now been requested in Hocus Pocus 1993. I've been asked, did Thackery Binx make mistakes before a cat spell scene where if he hadn't have made them, would he have been saved by his parents and the witch hunters and the rest of them, and he would have gone off with him before he was transformed into a cat had he not made these mistakes? That's what I've been asked. Two mistakes. If he didn't make these two mistakes, he would surely have escaped with his parents and rest of the people and witch hunters with his sister's dead body without him being turned into a cat if he didn't make these two mistakes. First one was after Winifred Sanderson zapped him and he was knocked out. He should have stayed on the floor. Why did he get up? He was in a no-win situation at that point. His sister was already dead. He must have seen that, so why did he get up? So there's one mistake. And two, not calling Winifred Sanderson a hag. That's not the mistake. She deserved to be called that. That's not what. Because if you didn't call her that, she would have probably killed him anyway, so that's not the mistake. Calling her a hag. The second mistake is when they were, looking through the book to find the cat spell scene, he just stood there. Why didn't he try and escape? So if he tried to escape when they were looking through the book, they wouldn't have been able to turn him into a cat in time because you see the scene, as soon as they turn him into a cat, Emily and Binx's parents bang on the door with the rest of the mob. So had he tried to escape, he wouldn't have had time to turn him into a cat, would they? So there you go, there were two mistakes. If he didn't get up after she zapped him, if he stayed on the floor, he'd have been saved, he wouldn't have been turned into a cat because he was in a no-win situation. At that point, his sister was already dead, so what was the point in getting up? And two, if he tried to escape instead of standing there when they were looking through the book to find the cat spell scene, instead of standing there and he tried to escape, he wouldn't have been able to turn him into a cat in time. So if he did, there were two mistakes he made. If he didn't make them two mistakes, if he tried to get away when they were finding the cat spell scene, they wouldn't have been able to turn him into a cat. And if he stayed on the floor earlier after she zapped him, they wouldn't have been able to turn him into a cat. So yeah, there were two mistakes that cost Thackery Binx his human form, basically. Maybe you people watching may have different other ideas, but they're my two things that have cost him from leaving with his sister's dead body, with his parents and the rest of the mob and the witch hunters. If he didn't make them two mistakes, he would have surely left injured, sure, but left with his human form and not being turned into an immortal black cat. If he didn't make them two mistakes. Thanks.